Hi guys, it's Sug and welcome back to another video. Today is a very exciting one because I'm premiering my TBR game. Finally, yes, I'm so happy because I work a lot on this. So here it is, my TBR game, the Once Upon a TBR. This is massive, as you can see. This is like an A1 in paper, but this is my TBR game. As you can see, that thing is massive. I'm super excited because I work for this like half a year almost on this project. I'm super excited. Yes, I'm happy because this is very special to me, and the game is inspired by the Once Upon a Time series. If you don't know, this is a TV series about fairy tales that were brought to our world by the evil queen, and then now have to find the savior, and there is a savior who has to break the curse. It's a very interesting one because it takes a lot of retellings on the classic fairy tales. I love the series. It's one of my favorite series of all time, although some seasons start to decline, which is normal when a series starts to do it again, but I really love the characters. I love the evil queen. She's just iconic, let me say that. One of the most iconic characters in TV. But yeah, I will go with a little overview of the board, explaining the rules, how I'm gonna play, and all that stuff. Show you the board, show you a little bit the cards, because this is a card prompt based game. I have around 30 cards for each prompt, so for each section I have 4 sections, so I'm very happy with that, because I think there's going to be a lot of variety, not repeating prompts. Yeah, and I think that's it. Let's go to the rules. So this is the overview of the board. I'm trying still to see where I'm gonna play the game because it got a little bit bigger than I thought it will be. Like visually for me to play it's good, but for filming it's not the best. But let's go over it. So I start here in the savior. I'll show you in a bit because the image got darker than I wanted, but I start here with the savior. I go through all the board, normally in S, till I reach the dark curse, because in the Once Upon a Time series, the series or the seasons are reset usually when the dark curse occurs. So I thought it was a funny way to finish. It was with the dark curse. When I reach the dark curse, there's also something that could happen. I could do a giveaway, I can do a special video, a Q&A session. I'm still working with details, but it will be different things to, change a little bit the channel. So I have here my dice. It's a 6 normal dice that I will play. And so far, this will be my figurine. It's for Pictionary, but it's the one that I have because the one that I wanted is still for printing. Here on the right, we have our cards that I will use to play. I have roughly 30 cards per each set, so it's 4 sets. And yeah, let's start with an overview of the board. Okay, so here I start with the savior, which is Emma. This is a scene where she's trying to defeat Maleficent. So we start. We have the hero prompt, which are from the heroes of the show, the villains. This is the Emerald City, which is places and creatures, and pixie dust or fairy dust, which is objects. Then we have things different on the board. We have here an apple from the Evil Queen, which will be the punishment that I will add from my TBR game. For each month that I don't finish all the books that I should have 1 book from the Evil Queen set. The Evil Queen set will be books that I'm not sure I want to read them, or books that I know that will be hard for me to read, like for example classics or something like that, but will be interesting. And we have also the Rumpelstiltskin's one, which is here, which is straw turning into gold. This will be each time that I run a double, and one dice will be like, ooh, how can you make a double? Well, I'll make just 2 runs. If I launch 1 dice again, and in the second launch it's the same number, it's a double, because the probability of double dices is the same because they are independent events, so it's the same. And each time that I run a double, I take one of the straw cards that I have here. So the straw cards are just plain cards that I will add. Once I have all 4, I have to take a punishment. And these punishments are usually filming stuff. So let's go overview some of them. do a challenge video. This is Rumpelstiltskin with a contract, because let's make a contract theory. We have your next pick must be a chapter pick, a book that you didn't have, pick a book that you didn't enjoy the first time, read the WS book and review it, something like that. Pick a book based only on the cover, and I have a few more. I still have 3 places here. If you want to suggest some punishments for me to do or some funny ideas, please comment down below, because I would love to have your ideas for the set, because I still have some empty sets there. We also have here portals, and portals are ways to move forward or back in the board. See, this one is connected to the other edge, but if I land here, I go back. So you see, you can make the game easier or complicated. So we have a normal portal, a portal from a magic bean, or the tornado from Oz. Now let's go over a bit of the cards. Let's go for the villains. For example, I have all these cards for the villains, and for example, I take the first, and it's, for example, it's Zelina, and is reading a standalone. This is Henry from the Wishverse. He's evil in this time, and is read a new author. Gideon, who is read a young adult book, and so on. You know, like this is the Wicked Witch of the West, which is Zelina from when she is on Oz. So you see, there is a version on Storybrooke and the version on the Fairy Tale Lands, which is book with a green cover. You see, so as I told you, I have 30 cards for each prompt, and yeah, I will do 5 rolls per month, because it's the average that I've read. And if I don't complete the 5 books, I have to add 1 book, like I said, from the Evil Queen's layer. Now, it will not be a cumulative. For example, I didn't finish, I take the punishment, and I didn't finish one of the books. I will not have the punishment for next month, or I don't have 2 extra months, because that will make me over stress, and I feel that it's not for me to over stress, it's just for be fun, and for me to change a little bit my readings, not just being like pick what I want, just put a little bit of an edge to the channel. But yeah, I also don't want to stress me out, like I have to read like 10 books because I have a lot of punishment. No, if I don't finish in that month and it's like the Evil Queens, I will just move to the next month, or you know, I will not stress me out of that. It's just to have a little bit of edge of picking books that I don't want so much to read. And yeah, I think we'll start for the first 5 rolls of this month. Okay, so let's start with here, and let's take the roll. Roll number 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, villains. And the villain card is, ooh, Regina Mills' favorite author. Nice. Okay, roll number 1, and I land on my favorite thing, which is villains, and I got my favorite character, which is Regina Mills with favorite author. You know, this is Lana Parrilla, the actress who made Regina, one of my favorite characters. I love her. So this is the favorite author, and for this one I'll pick a NetGalley arc that I have from Peter Swanson, which is 9 Lives. This book, I said, is said to be released in March, February, depending on the place in the world. I have a pre-order of this site on Waterstones, which it's not smart when you do an arc and then do a pre-order before, because you may not end up liking it, but yeah, that's my life. So 9 Lives by Peter Swanson is a thriller. Peter Swanson is one of my favorite thriller authors, especially with 8 Perfect Murders. I love that book. So this is very simple. If you are on the list, you are marked for death. The envelope is remarkable. There is no return address. It contains a single foiled sheet of white paper. The envelope drops through the mail slot like any other piece of post, but for the 9 complete strangers who receive it, each of them recognize just one name, their own, on the enclosed list. It will be the most life-altering letter they ever receive. It could be also the last, as one by one they start to meet their end. But why? Sounds amazing! I know Peter Swanson has the ability to make amazing thrillers, so I'm super excited about this. Let's see if it's very good, because this is very intriguing. This is something that resigns a little bit of 8 Perfect Murders, which was I really enjoyed. So let's see, and let's go for roll number 2. Okay, we roll for roll number 2. It's a 3. 1, 2, 3. Heroes. It's the Blue Fairy, and it's a book with a blue cover. Ooh, I think this one is easier. I have one for this. So for roll number 2, I got the Blue Fairy, which is a book with a blue cover. And for this, I'm so excited again because I got an art for The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie Ooh. This is one of the most anticipated releases for everyone on BookTube. Everyone talks about it, me included. And when I was approved by the ARC, I was like, yes, 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 yes. So I'm very happy with this. This is about deadly storms that ravage Mina's homeland. People believe that the sea god, their protector, is now cursed with death and despair, so they sacrifice a maiden each, I think it's each year, yes, to try to see if they find the true bride so him to calm down. But when Mina's beloved girlfriend is chosen and believed that she's the total bride, she's sacrificed, but the brother interferes with the ritual, so it's a death sentence. So Mani throws herself into the water so she can be the sacrifice, and she sweeps through the spirit realm while she finds lesser gods and mythical beasts, and she finds that the sea god is trapped into enchanted sleep. So she has to break that enchanted sleep to try to calm the storms, but she can also not stand long in a land of spirits, and there are people who will do anything to keep the sea god from waking. So sounds really cool. I thought it was a Chinese inspired story. It's a Korean one because, oh, I forgot, I'm also part on the OlympicsAthons auction by Charlotte. I'll link her channel below in the announcement for you to see. Yeah, and I was, because there are the prompts of the host country and it's China, and I was like, oh, okay, this works, and then I see it's Korean, and then I see it doesn't work. So yeah, we move on to, at least it's a blue cover. I'm excited to read it, but it doesn't work for the OlympicsAthons, but I have some books in the sleeves for that. Roll number 3, and it's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, heroes. Ooh, Jasmine, read a classic. Ouch. This is going to be interesting. So for roll number 3, the game is already not being nice to me because he gave me 2 nice prompts and then he gives me this. Read a classic. A classic, which is a thing I don't read a lot. I put it because, you know, I want to push me a little bit off the classics. But this was not the month because I had an ARC or a free copy to review from a Portuguese author that I was supposed to read it till March. And I was using now because I'm representing Portugal on the OlympicsAthon, of course, and I wanted to read a book by a Portuguese author. But with this, I cannot do it because it's not a classic. And then I start thinking in smaller classics, and I was like, no, I have to pick a book by a Portuguese author because of the readathon. So I went with a classic that I started years ago. I think I never finished, but it was very interesting because it's a murder mystery, and it's the mystery of the Sintra Street. So Sintra is very close where I live. It's a beautiful city. If you ever visit Lisbon, you have to visit Sintra. It's by Essa de Queiroz and Ramalho Ortigão, 2 of classics Portuguese authors, and this, I believe, is like a murder mystery. And I'm really excited because it's a murder mystery in Portuguese, which is very rare. Now it's started by new authors, but it's the first classic. So I'm reading a classic. It's by Portuguese authors, so I'm also representing my country on the OlympicsAthon. So I'm very happy with it. Okay. Roll number 4. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, Emerald City. Okay. Lowest rated on Goodreads. Interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Roll number 4. The lowest rated on Goodreads. This is Hyperion Heights, which was the last season of Once Upon a Time. Not the best, but for this one, I don't have all my books on Goodreads or on Storygraph. I have too many books. I own a lot of Portuguese books that I don't think I will read it. So, you know, I always changing my library. So I haven't them. What I have, it's a list that I made of 40 books, and 15 them make the list of the 15 books I want to read in 2022. So from those 40, I made a list on Goodreads so I can choose by them. When it's randomized TBR or lowest and highest rated, I will use that list because it's easier. Because, for example, I know one of the highest rated on my TBR will be like Way of Kings, and I will not start Way of Kings because it's too heavy. I haven't finished Mistborn trilogy, so I want to put that list because it's easier for me to organize the 40 books with the hauls and all that stuff. So I use that list. I will show you here the list that I have. So I'm maybe do a screen record or something, or here on on the computer. So I have the list, and I will organize by lowest rated, and the lowest rated is The Walk of Phoenix by Chelsea Harper, which is book one of the Apprentice of Power saga. Is also an arc I have on it. This was released, I think, in September last year. So, War, Hero, Thiefist, Mastery, Apprentice, Traders, every title comes with a price. Arcane is a god's demand saint. He sacrificed his childhood innocence fighting for the beleaguered rebellion in a civil war that vanquished a comfortable life with the man he loves to reclaim his place as High Lord from corrupt nobles. Now, a hidden enemy is manipulating the lowered lords into talk of rebellion, including the powerful Rogue Baron, who is slowly swaying the city in questioning every move Arcane makes. With the help of a near-omniscient lover's gift of foresight, Arcane finds a potential ally in Nenshin, a reluctant thief trying to pay for her brother's education. So it goes like this: is preventing a civil war, very political but strategy game on fantasy. I'm super excited. It doesn't have stellar reviews, but let's see. It's a small publisher, so I'm happy to give my review on this. A little bit out of time, but better late than never. And yeah, sounds cool. I like the cover. The cover is awesome. So yeah, I'm excited by this one. And the last roll is... oh no, we got the double! Which means that this month I have already one spinning wheel. Well, that's unfortunate, but, well, it is. 3 more to go, and I have to do a challenge. Oh my god, this is gonna be exciting. Okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, pixie dust. We got one for each. Yay! Okay, let's go. Ooh, this is the Broken Heart, and it's the hardback. This one. Nice. And the last one is hardback. This is a heart in the series. You can reap hearts of people. Some people have the ability, especially the Evil Queen, and they can smash it. You can control people with hearts, and it's in this scene she breaks the heart in two to divide them in an act of true love. So it's a very hard thing to break. So for hardback, I don't have a lot of hardbacks, and most of the hardbacks I have are huge, like To Sleep in the Sea of Stars or Ace of Spades is not so big, but I already have some mystery thrillers. I wanted something different, so I'm a smart person. You already know that, I know. I have the 12 books challenge, so 12 books recommended by 12 friends, and I have one that I'm interested in reading. And I want to see if there was like any promotion. So Black Girl Unlimited, The Remarkable Story of a Teenage Wizard, the hardback, was at the same price as a paperback. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to that one. You know, a little bit of fantasy. I believe this must be like young adult or something. So yeah, 14 to 18. So it's the young adult. It's gonna be very easy. It's not very big, which I like it, and it was in a hardback. And this was a recommendation from Jeff. I'll link her channel down below because she's amazing. If you ever host sprints with her, you are guaranteed to laugh every single minute. I love her. I love you. So yeah, I'm gonna read Black Girl Unlimited, and I'm going to read the synopsis because I haven't read the synopsis as well. New portals begin to open when Echo transfers to the rich school on the west side, and an inside teacher becomes a pivotal mentor. Each day, Echo travels between two worlds, leaving her brothers, friends, and a piece of herself behind on the east side. There are dangers to leave behind the place that made you. Echo soon realizes there is pain flowing through everyone around her, the black well of depression threats to undo everything she worked for. So it's about the wizards. I like wizards, so I'm really excited. So these were my 5 picks for the TBR game that I'm doing. So these are the books I have to read and not getting a punishment. But I have more books to read. As you know, there is Poppy War Along by Charlotte, Jane, Lorraine, and Megan. That the live show is today, and I'm still like here. This is like 2 days of reading because the book is amazing. I'm really loving the Poppy War, but it was not the best month for me. I was too tired, too stressful with paperwork, a lot of paperwork. So I haven't time to read, but I'm planning to read a little bit now after this editing and everything. Which is sad because I have Legends of Arceus that I want to play too, but you know, you have to you find time. So I'm probably gonna finish this in 2 or 3 days. So first day of February, and then I have to pick the Dragon Republic, which is book 2, and this is hosted in China, so it goes for the host. Yes, I have at least 3 things on the OlympicsAthon, because I don't believe I have a book with a winter setting. I don't know, only reading it. Sports, I don't know, maybe this has martial arts, so it's considering a sport, but I don't know how this goes. Country I have, which is the Mystery of Sinter Street. Host country, China. And Paralympics, let's see if this has disability rep, because otherwise I hear. Book with foil on the cover, I have to see if Black Girl Limited has, otherwise I will use that one because it must have foil on the cover. So yeah, I have to finish Poppy War first, read those 5 books, and then jump into the Dragon Republic, which is huge. If you see the TBR, it's not that bad, because, you know, I'm already starting this one. I have to read this one, and I have to read this one. It's not bad. But then remember, most of them are e-arcs we don't see, and then we think they are small, and then are huge. And I still miss Black Girl Limited, which arrives tomorrow. Thank you for Prime. It's the only way I can get books faster, because otherwise will arrive in March in Portugal, which is not good. But yeah, this is my TBR game. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm so happy to finally play it. I hope you have suggestions for the challenges that I asked. Put it down below if you have any suggestions. I found a hard time to put it on a place because like the floor was too low, the tables was too high. So bed was the best place to play it, although the cards fall a little bit, but you know, things that happens. And I'm super excited to continue playing with the next of the months. And yeah, don't forget, if you want to support this channel, I have a Ko-fi, which is buy me a coffee thing. I have affiliate links if you want to use them. And I also have Amazon wishlist if you want to send me something. I post videos every Tuesdays and probably on Sundays. Thursdays is the mix place for me, because by now I'm thinking 2 videos per week. It's the maximum I can put off with filming anything in school, so probably I'll turn on to 2 like I told you. But I'm promised to go back on my reading sprints. I don't know if next week that you are seeing this, so this week of the 30 to forward, which is 4 of February, I'll be doing, because I'm getting my booster for the vaccine, so I don't know how I feel. If I feel well, I'll do the sprints. I see you guys on my next video, okay?